Before we begin, make sure you claimed your Pride color palette from the market. You're going to need it. So for this first note beacon, we're just going to alter the scale, set that all the way to maximum. We're going to use a single Omega text code. Then I'm going to turn that Omega square black by changing both color options to black. On a quick side note, all of the note beacons are going to use the same settings. Those top three are going to be default. The scale is going to be maximum. It's just going to be the colors that change. I'm going to put this black square off to the corner somewhere. We don't need that until the very end. We're next going to start on the rainbow portion of the flag. We're going to begin with the red square, work our way down. Just going to use one Omega text code, max scaling. The two bottom colors change to red. Do not touch the top settings. We don't need to alter those. As a quick note, if you're selecting the reds from the Pride color palette, do not pick the reds in the first column. These colors are broken on note beacons. Make sure you pick a red from the second column. I repeat these steps to make an orange one, yellow one, green one, blue one, and a purple one. Now you can stop here if you're happy with the original Pride flag. I understand to build these in your orbiter can be a little bit plat heavy. Now for those who want to add the progressive flag elements, you're also going to need a black one, brown one. For the brown, I'm using row 3, column 3 on the Hatred color palette. The ones on the Pride color palette don't really show up in note beacons too well. Light blue, pink one, and a white one. So that's all of our colors made. Now it's time to get them in position. So we're first going to select our build area. We want there to be plenty of ground clearance, and a bit of clearance on the left-hand side of the flag too. This will be important later. We're going to put the red square in place with 0.10 meter grid snap. We're then going to offer up the orange square. We're going to make sure it's aligned with the red one, and then we're going to drop it down one click. This is technically a 0.2 meter gap. And place the rest of the rainbow just like this one, mirroring this gap exactly. When you've finished, you should end up with this nice neat stack of beacon bases. This means that all your colors are well aligned. Now if you're aiming for the original Pride flag, this is where you can stop. Feel free to skip along to where we frame this. For those who want to build the progressive flag, let's put those other colors into position. So for the progressive flag elements, we're going to want to rotate all of our note beacons 45 degrees from this point on. And aligning these note beacons is going to be a little bit more manual. But we can use the 0.10 meter grid snap to align it with the original bases. But then you're going to have to use constrained movement to pull this square into position. Now the reason grid snapping doesn't work is if we adhere to grid snap, the corner of the black square doesn't fall neatly between the green and yellow line. Next we're going to add the brown color. We can use the 0.10 meter grid snap again, just to get it in line. And we're not going to line this up freehand. We're going to grab a decoration that we can use as a ruler. In this case, I'm using one of the new Domazone decorations. I'm going to place this on that green-yellow dividing line. And then from this, I can then align the brown. You can then add the rest of the colors in this exact same fashion. And you'll know you've done it right, because you'll end up with a second nice neat row of bases. Okay, you can take a nice deep breath, because all the tricky stuff is pretty much done. The next thing we're going to tackle is a frame around this piece. We can hide all of those ugly bases, and we can add the proper shape to the flag too. Just to make a really quick frame out of the Domazone decorations from the Zarman. you haven't got to the stage where you can get these decorations yet, you should get on it. There are some really nice pieces, and they're all for standing, no plant involved. There is one final flourish I'm quite partial to, being that I do a lot of tribute art. Now I'm going to grab one of these Warframe Articulars. Obviously we're going to use Octavia loadout. She's the poster child for this campaign. And once she's in place, and then I'm going to take the black square that we made right at the start of the video. We're going to place that just in front of the Articular. And that's going to give us a really cool silhouette of Octavia. And that's it. Now before you go, there is a Twitter link in my description. If you've learned anything from this video, or have created anything from what you've learned here, feel free to tag me over there. I'd like to see what you all built. Peace out.